Let's talk now about the 2D and 3D circular pattern in Autodesk Inventor. So with the circular pattern, you can use it with either 2D sketches or 3D features. I'm going to start here by just going over how to use it in a 2D sketch. So I'm currently editing a sketch and I have my feature drawn that I want to pattern. To find the pattern button, I'm in my sketch tab and I just come across my ribbon here about 2/3 of the way down to my pattern panel. The circular button is only one of 3 buttons here, so it's nice and easy to find. So we left click on it to open up the properties. Now the first thing it's going to ask for is the geometry that we want to pattern. So go ahead and select everything that you want to pattern. And a quick note here, it doesn't have to be all connected the way my little stick man is here. You could have a bunch of unconnected sketch features that you want to grab and pattern in here as well, and that would work. The second thing you need to select is your axes. So this is the center point that your 2D sketch will pattern around or revolve around. So I'm going to come up to the properties here. I'm just going to left click on the little arrow saying, yep, I'm ready to grab my axes. And for this, I'm just going to use the center point on my sketch. So you select your axes and you'll notice by default, this is putting in 6 items, 360 degrees around. So we're going to change the number of items here to start with. Now I can make it a lot more. I could say maybe 15 items, and we can see with the preview here what sort of mess that's going to give us here. Or we could go quite a bit less. Let's type in 3. So here we have what 3 little stick men revolved or patterned around 360 degrees, which is 1 full revolution of a circle here. This is what it looks like. Now, maybe I only want to go half of a circle, so 180 degrees. So what it does is it takes those 3 items and it spaces them evenly over 180 degrees instead of 360 degrees. Let's do that again. Let's cut that in half again. Maybe I only want to go a quarter of a circle, which is 90 degrees. And we can see now it takes those 3 little stick men and they're getting quite a bit closer here as they're now only allowed to revolve that 90-degree angle instead of, 180 or 360, etc. So lastly, what if this is going the wrong direction? Right now we can see with the little arrow here where we're patterning in a counterclockwise direction. What if I want to go clockwise? So I come up to where I chose my axes and we can see a little red-blue arrow. This is a flip button. If you left click on the flip button, it actually just flips the direction of the pattern. So now I'm going in a clockwise direction. So this is important depending on what it is you're trying to pattern, and especially if you're not going a full 360 degrees around a circle here, you can choose which direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, that your little stickmen pattern in. So once you're happy with this, you go ahead and click OK, and we have our finished pattern on here. Now, what if I didn't want to pattern around the center point? Well, I could have part of my sketch on here and I could pattern around any point in my sketch. So quickly again, if I grab my pattern, I grab my feature, and this time I'm going to grab the center point of this circle as my axes, and we'll just type in maybe 8 little guys at 360 degrees. Click OK, and that's how you can pattern without having to use the center point between your Cartesian axes there. So I'm going to finish sketch now, and we're going to take a look at 3D patterns. So I guess I should really quickly jump in here and create something. All right, we're going to have a beautiful little smiley face here. So here's my 3D feature. So now when we're talking about 3D circular patterns, we come across in our 3D model tab here to the pattern panel on our ribbon. And again, we grab that circular button. And you'll notice that the properties have a few more options here just because we're working with 3D features instead of just 2D sketches here. But again, the steps you take are the same steps basically. So first off, we have to choose what it is we want to pattern. So what features? I'm going to go ahead and grab my smiley face. This is what I want to pattern. The second thing we need is a rotation axis. So because we're working in the 3D world now, I have a few more options. It's not like with my sketch where I just need a point to pattern around, I can actually choose my axes, which will determine the direction of my pattern. So let's kind of go over what that means. If I come over to my model browser here on the left, I have my origin folder opened up, and you can see we have our X, Y, and our Z axes. And as I hover over these, we actually see them pop up on the screen. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's a lime green, but they are showing up. So I'm going to start by turning on my Z axes, or sorry, left clicking on my Z axis to select it. I could also right click on it and turn on visibility if I wanted to. So I selected that just by left clicking on Z axis. And now I come back into my properties and I can choose again to flip direction, whether I want to go counterclockwise or clockwise, but with this little flip button. And I can come down to placement and choose however many items I want. Let's say I want 8 smiley face. I can change it from 6 to 8. Then I can choose the angle. So again, I could space these guys over 180 degrees or 270 degrees, whatever angle around that circle I want. And now we have one more option here under orientation. So under orientation, you have the choice to, I should space this so you can actually see. Oops. There we go. So under orientation, we have two options here. The first one is rotational and the second one is fixed. Now by default, we're pretty much always on rotational, which means it actually looks at the orientation of the face with regards to your axes, and it rotates it as it's going around the pattern. So you'll notice that this little guy up here is upside down, even though my original one was right side up. If we choose fixed orientation, no matter what angle they're making around my circle, they're always going to be orientated the exact same way as my original shape here. So depending on what it is you're looking for with your pattern, you can choose to either have it update and rotate as it goes around or stay fixed in the orientation that your original one is. I'm going to choose rotational. And I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So there I have my 3D pattern, my 3D circular pattern. We're going to do this one more time so you can see that it's not always working on the XY plane. So I'm going to, again, open my circular pattern, grab my feature. I'm just going to grab this first face here. My axes this time, if I work in my 3D world here, I'm going to choose, let's choose the Y axis. So the Y axis is going straight up and down here like you can see, and now my rotation of my circular pattern is going around that axis rather than always staying on the XY plane. I just want to mix it up a bit. I'm going to place 10 little smiley faces, so I'm changing my item number to 10, and I'm going to leave it at 360 degrees. Go ahead and click OK. And we can see now, I know that's kind of made a mess, but we can see now that with our 3D circular pattern, we are working in 3 dimensions. So we're not always stuck to the XY plane or whichever plane your sketch was on. You can actually rotate around whatever axes you want. I've been using the 3 Cartesian planes, or 3 Cartesian axes, sorry, that are built into my part file, but you could, of course, up in your ribbon here, create your own axes at whichever angle and direction you would like, and then you could feature or your pattern your features around that axis as well. So that's how we use the 2D and 3D circular pattern in Inventor.